Good morning, guys. How are you? This is Miss Polly again. Today we're gonna have some conversations as usual. I've been waking up fairly early, so I'm able to have time to talk to you guys today. I'm excited. I got some things to tell you about. My new shirts have been made, so I don't know if you guys have to see those things. I did show them on my last video. Also, I'm able to make sweatshirts and mugs with say Polyright, Polylife, Polyright. And I also started to really go back and look at my Polyright group that I have on Facebook, and we're at about 50 members or so, and that's really exciting. And I thank everybody for coming and um, getting on there and making that group part of the groups that you have on Facebook. Also, I have a YouTube channel. It's Mzpoly Polyright, same thing there. You're able to subscribe. That'd be wonderful. We talk about the same things. I do want to make content special for my subscribers, but for right now, there's a lot of content on there. Sometimes I do some interviews with some of the partners. I'm going to start doing some interviews with people so we can kind of see how others are, not just me, but others are in the poly life and the poly walk, and we'll see how that's going. But today, I want to kind of help some beginners get some information, and then I also want to have some conversations today. It can be led by you guys coming in the room or not. So I am right now in my urban poly black society group, and so some people might not see me right away, and that can happen because they have to get approved to be seen. But yeah, I'm excited to see you guys, and I hope we can make some plans to have some good things happen. I have a Zoom dating um, that I wanted to start. Basically, you send me your bio, a picture, and tell me something specific about yourself and your age, where you live, what kind of dynamic you like. If you're not sure, you can put not sure. Please do not, you don't have to say you don't like a certain dynamic. You just don't have to say it. If you don't want male, 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 just say, don't have to say that. Just say what you are interested in. We want to be courteous to all people and all members, and all different kind of dynamics are here. It's not just one. So remember that when you're out here, we always want to be positive to all poly people because we're all in the same struggle, and so please be kind. But we're gonna have give me also some times you're available throughout the week. You're gonna be posted for a whole week, and then people will set up times to go on a date with you. You tell me the times you're available. We'll set up a Zoom meeting. We'll get the Zoom meeting and the time, and then they just have to show up. So you'll have to download that app too. Okay. And my kids are up. Some of my kids are up right now, so they're getting ready. So you might hear the vacuum or so. But hey, I'm not going to complain about cleaning. Who does that? No one. Okay, so. Right. So I like to go live like this, but I also like to go look at it to make sure you guys can hear me and everything, because sometimes the sound be acting up. And that kills me. Kills me. So let me go in here and see if I can see it. Alright. So I kind of see, like, this is what I mean by I can see it. So, like, I can see me. This is what I mean, I can see me. But I don't think that you guys can see me. See that? But we'll see. It's okay. So sometimes I like to do that and make sure you can hear me. I've had issues before where someone couldn't hear what I was saying. Okay, but I'm so excited today because it was my birthday weekend. I did get to enjoy some things. For me not being able to be with my partners on my birthday, I did have a good birthday. Even without that, I had some good friends who did take care of me and took me out and such, and I did feel special. So that was wonderful. That was wonderful. And I also took off work, so that helps. Because I usually work on the weekend, and I didn't work this weekend, so that was exciting. So was thinking about maybe drinking for the first time, but I didn't do that. I talked about it, though. I did talk about it. I had a conversation, but it never ended anywhere. I just want to, have a good time. Maybe, maybe another time. We'll see. So yes, I did not drink this time. So I wanted to have some conversations today. Like I said, open mic situation here. But I can see myself live. I don't know if you guys can see me. All right. So we have the so when you're one of the things I brought up was how do you continue to keep your tripod or couples engaged while you're on a date. What I mean by that is if you're going on a date with a new member, sometimes that can be difficult for your partner, and so you do want to make sure that they feel special. Sometimes for them, making a routine when you're about to go on a date may be helpful because then they kind of know the process. And so they feel more comfortable because they already know what you're doing. When he's about to go on a date, I know he gets prepared by doing this, this, and this. See what I'm saying? And then he'll come to you, or you guys have sometimes, truthfully, I'll tell you, if I'm trying to make a real bond with someone, walking into a situation, and men know this, walking into a situation ready to fire, ready or horny as hell is not a good idea to go to the first date because your mind's not in the right place. Everything about them is going to be like, ooh, trigger, trigger, trigger. Maybe you have sex with your partner prior to them going on a date so that they're calmer in that moment. That is something you could do because they're like all revved up. When the person's already attractive, they obviously have something they want to meet with them and connect with them on. If one of your rules is please don't have sex, maybe consider having sex with your partner prior to them going on the date. Now I don't mean a day before, probably like the day of, like so they could feel relieved, and then they can feel like they're in a better place with that. That is also a good idea. But back to making the situation a routine, yeah, something like that would go good. Maybe having a review over what your rules are, so there's no miscommunication. Different dates may have different rules. You may have a particular rule for one person they go on date with, and not for another person, depending on how your pod works. So think of those things. I would say don't be worried too much about the bonding, because when they first meet someone, everyone's nervous, and hopefully they have a great time. You want your partner to be in a positive place when they go out, and you want to leave your person at home with the best situation possible, so you all feel comfortable. Those are really good practicing things you guys should do. Practice those things. Make your partner feel good. Let them know you're happy that they're going out, So that's one thing. Another thing you could do with your partner is, like I said, go over those rules. That's really important, so you guys can be on the same page. But also, after you're done, come back and doing a review, like over how was your date, because your partner's gonna want to know what you did. Did you have fun? What you guys talk about? It's exciting sometimes for both of you. It depends on where you are in your poly walk. People who are not beginners, a lot of us like to know, was it good? Was it worth having another date? You're just as excited as your partner on the date. Some are like, I really want to know too much. I just want you to come back and hold me. Like I said, get in your routines of what you should do, so you and your partner can feel in a great place about the whole date, or at least be in the best place possible. That makes sense. So some people really struggle with that, especially if you're polyandry. We have a different struggle than others in our poly group, because men tend to not want to interact with each other. It's kind of a rare thing to see. So when they're not interacting with each other, when you come home, they probably don't want to hear your story. So containing yourself and the energy you're showing out, it may bother them a little bit. I'm not saying don't date anyone that doesn't bother. I'm saying it may bother them somewhat. So just kind of be aware of that and be gentle with those things. One thing that I myself did was I used to, I still do it, but it's changed a little bit. But I get so excited when I go out with a new partner, I hang out, and my partner would see me come back and be in such loving moments with him, and he would be triggered to think, oh, well, did you like break one of our rules? Are you trying to butter me up to tell me you did something wrong? And I was like, no, I'm excited. I had a great time, and I love you, and I want to show you I love you and tell you that like I'm glad I'm able to do this with you and walk with you, and like I feel more love for you and when I do these things. And so for him though, he's like, all right, this is he didn't understand, and so I had to kind of be like explain it to him, and he would say no, because I feel like when you do this, there's always something bad that's gonna happen. It's not necessarily bad. Telling you I had a good time for him though is bad. Like he's struggling with these things. He was. Now he kind of asked me, "Did you have a good time?" He used to not ask me at all. He didn't like that at all, and I used to be like, "Oh," and I wanted to share that with someone, and so I was missing that part. But that may happen in polyandry. Your partner may want to hear that, and it happens probably with polygamy. Women are more accepting of those, hearing those things. They don't like it, but they internalize. And I think he just kind of learned how to internalize some of the feelings, their first reactions, and just process them instead of lashing out with the first emotion that hits him. So that was nice, but you gotta walk this path with your partner and know that sometimes they will have lashing out, moments, because it happens. That does happen. Your partner has lashing out moments. They get upset. It's part of this, especially if they're like in a polyandry situation. Even in, like I said, polygamy happens. Polyamorous, being jealous is not something that's gonna go away. It's just working on those, especially when we've been practicing monogamy for so long. Jealousy, a lot of people don't have jealous. They're not jealous. So you got to work on those things. Then what's triggering me? What can I do to make me feel better? Having trust with your partner. A lot of us got to work on helping our partner trust us. Those are steps to dating and having good successful dates. Your partner that's why a lot of people say they want to date one partner and get real close to them, connect with them real well, and then move and add another one. Because the bond you make with the first partner is going to be very important, or with any partner is going to be very important, because you want them to trust you. And having trust with you takes time. And sometimes they're so worried that you're going to leave or not like them or like someone better, and they get revved up, and they get upset. And you have to make them feel like when you go out, there's nothing's going to stop me from coming back to you. They have to know it. Some people say, yeah, okay, I get it. They don't know it. You need to know it. And that's where you have trust, and you can walk away and I'll be fine. That makes sense. So we want everyone to be in a good place with that. So I did not want to talk too long because I've been having some videos be very long, but I definitely wanted to share that with you guys this morning. It was a little bit of tips for going out on your first dates, and sharing that information with you guys, because a lot of us want to start dating here. Valentine's Day, Christmas is coming up. You may have partners you want to get more serious with, and what we want to do is talk about some of those gifts and things you want to give your partners, and things like that. So I'm not ending the live. You'll see me again. I am making them shorter so people have time to come view them and have a good time. So definitely, come visit me in Polyright group if you like to, on YouTube and everything like that. And we're going to have a wonderful day. And I'm going to add some more content everywhere I go today. So you guys have a wonderful day. And I'll see you in a little while.